the Washington Redskins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Newton. Flushed out right. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Out of the gun, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now, Barney!
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. On 1st down, this is Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Over! Here we go now. 3-19.
Murray now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I missed him, it would have been a different story.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go.
The give is to Elliott. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
Here we go. Greg.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing on first down. Murray. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Over! Hey, check.
Here's Murray. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got an NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get hot and get locked in, the same thing happens for guys getting sacks. Their moves are working, and they're getting home and putting guys on the ground.
Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all observed their lessons.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Buying time was left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Newton again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Newton now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A shotgun snap for Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets around him. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, Murray. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he slides to avoid the hit. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Gun! Detroit! Gun! Watch him now, Barney! Let's go!
Operating from the gun, Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Redskins on third down. 45 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Barney. Gun!
Throwing on first down. Murray flushed out right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back to throw. Murray over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
Back to the air on second down. Murray off to Geis on the screen. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 7.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Operating from the gun, Murray. He may try and run for this. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Gone! Detroit!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Murray forced out to his left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we have reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now come the Redskins. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And give him 10 that time, as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
On 3rd and 2, Murray dumps it off for Geis. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go.
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Newton now on second down. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney!
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd and short.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
On 3rd and 2, Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Watch him now, Barney!
Looking to throw. Murray. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Newton on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Off play action. Newton drops it underneath to Elliott. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Murray. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now Newton. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Shifts by him, and now spinning away. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Murray. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Operating from the gun. Murray. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Over, 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 over!
To throw on third down. Murray. He may try and run for this. And some space here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over! Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On first down, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to throw. Murray. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Gone, 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 gone.
Throwing on third and long. Murray eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Newton. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's got this down to the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Over! Check. 117.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll go down at the 28. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit! Over!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray steps away to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they account into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Shifts by him at the 25, and now running right through it. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. They're gonna set. 180. I got 83. I got 83. Me.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100